Hi friends, let's have a math lesson. So we have been doing lots of addition and we've been doing lots of subtraction. But did you know that addition and subtraction can be related? They can go together. So that's what we're going to start talking about. So we're going to learn all about fact families, and we call them fact families because the addition and the subtraction facts are related. And if you're related to someone, you're a family. So fact families are made up of 4 related facts, 2 addition and 2 subtraction, using the same 3 numbers. So fact families have 3 members, and they're going to stay the same for the whole fact family. So I drew a fact family in a house just to help you visualize the fact family. So here's our fact family: 7, 4, and 3. And they live together in this house, and they're going to make 2 addition sentences together, and they're going to make 2 subtraction sentences together. So that's why I have 2 addition here and 2 subtraction. Now, if I notice in 7, 4, and 3, I look here and I think to myself, which one is the greatest number out of those 3? I put the greatest number up top to help me really see that that's the greatest number. So when I'm writing my 2 addition sentences for my fact family, the greatest number is the sum in those. So I'm going to use 4 and 3 as my add-ins. So I'm going to say 4 plus 3 equals 7. And then I just flip my add-ins because I know that I can add numbers in any order. 3 plus 4 equals 7. So those are my 2 addition facts. Now, if I looked up here and I couldn't tell which one was the greatest number, I can always use a trial and error situation. For example, if I'm like, okay, well, I'll add 7 plus 3. 7 plus 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 plus 3 equals 10. And then I go to start writing my 7 plus 3 equals 10, but I have to stop. 10. Is 10 a number in my fact family? Nope. So I can't use that because 10 is not one of these numbers. In a fact family, it has to use the same 3 numbers. I can't just start throwing numbers that I want to use in there. I have to use the same 3. So if I did 7 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7 plus 4 equals 11. Oh, 11 is not one of my numbers. I can't use that. So it must be 4 plus 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7, and then I just switch my add-ins around. And then when I go to write my 2 subtraction sentences, you start with the greatest number in the subtraction facts. So in the subtraction facts, the greatest number has to come first. That's because if I start with one of these numbers, like if I start with 3 and I try to take away 7, 1, 2, 3, I ran out of fingers, so I can't do that. So you have to start with the greatest number. So 7 minus 3 equals 4. Now I subtracted 3 the first time, so then I'll subtract 4, the other number. 7 minus 4 equals 3. So if you take a real close look at all of these problems in our fact family, they use the same 3 numbers, 4, 3, and 7. There are 2 addition and 2 subtraction problems, but the same 3 numbers every time. So you can make a fact family from a number bond. You guys have been working with number bonds a lot in addition and subtraction. So if I look at a number bond, I can make a fact family out of those 3 numbers. Remember, a fact family uses the same 3 numbers to make 2 addition and 2 subtraction sentences. So here's my number bond. Here's my whole. That's the greatest number, and it has my 2 parts coming out of it because I know when I put those 2 parts together, I'm going to get a whole. So easy way to add or to make addition sentences out of my number bond. I know this is my whole, so I'm going to use these 2 as my parts. So I'm going to just start with 6 on this one. So 6 plus my other part 2 equals my whole 8. Now I started with 6 the first sentence, so now I can start with 2. 2 plus 6 still going to equal 8. So these are related addition facts because I know I can add numbers in any order. So I just switch my add-ins around. Now in subtraction, I'm going to start with the whole, which is 8 in this case. Start with that whole. Subtract one of the parts. So if I subtract 6, I did 8 minus 6, 2 is the only number I can put over here. And then if I subtracted 6 the first time, I got to subtract my other part the next time. Minus 2 equals 6. So I made 2 addition and two subtraction facts out of the same three numbers. I use the same three numbers to make two addition and two subtraction. So that's a fact family. So I'm going to give you guys another fact family because there are other ways that you can see fact families. See how far I can go. You've seen one of these charts before. This is a part whole. So you do part whole. Let's do. Let's do a 10. So 10 is going to be my whole. Let's do 6, one part, and 4 of the other part. So you're going to make a fact family. So you can pause the video when it's time to start, and then I'll go through it with you. So here's my fact family. Here are the numbers I want you to use in your fact family: 10, 6, and 4. Now I'm going to draw blanks, but you don't have to. You can just write your sentences. But I'll have these up here to keep you on track. Remember, we need 2 addition and 2 subtraction. So now you're going to pause the video. You're going to write 2 addition and 2 subtraction problems out of these 3 numbers to make a fact family. Remember, fact families use the same 3 numbers every time. And make sure that your addition and your subtraction facts are true and they're real. Don't just plug in all these 3 numbers. The math has to be right, so you have to make sure that they are correct. So pause the video, make your fact family, and then when you're ready, unpause and we'll go through it together. I'm guessing you paused, and now you're unpaused and you're ready. So I'm going to make a fact family out of this. Let's see. I know my 2 parts are 6 and 4. So I'm going to, in my addition part, I'm going to use those 2 parts as add-ins to add. I'm going to go ahead and write those in because all I'm doing in my addition sentences is I'm flipping my add-ins around, and then my whole is my sum for addition. So I can go ahead and plug those in. Now subtraction, I have to start with my whole. I'm going to go ahead and put my whole there. And now I subtract one of the parts. And then on the other one, I subtract the other part. And the answer is going to be the other number. So we have 6 plus 4 equals 10. 4 plus 6 equals 10. 10 minus 6 equals 4. 10 minus 4 equals 6. Now I look and I make sure I use the same 3 numbers, and they're the 3 numbers that are up here. Yep, I didn't use numbers twice. I just have each number once in every sentence. But now I'm a good mathematician, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to double check and make sure all of these sentences are correct. So 6 plus 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 plus 4 does equal 10. 4 plus 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 4 plus 6 equals 10. 10 minus 6. I'm gonna use counting back because I don't think I ever got to make a video for the counting back strategy. So I'm going to start with 10 in my brain. I'm going to count backwards 6 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And I stopped there because I wanted to count back 6, but I said 4. Yep, that one's right. And then 10 minus 4. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 10 minus 4 equals. Now, you don't have to put the check marks every time you do a fact family. I just wanted you to see the process of checking my work and making sure that it's correct. So now you know how to make fact families. Fact families are made up of 4 math facts, 2 addition, 2 subtraction, and they're related, and they use the same 3 numbers every time. So you can make a fact family out of a part whole out of 3 numbers. 2 addition and 2 subtraction sentences that use the same 3 numbers.